Today, Boris is getting a new set of wheels, bought second hand and powder coated to be like new. Let's go back and take a look at the whole process. Right then, so up bright and early, took the bed out of the back and chucked a tarpaulin in there, and we're going to get those Blindo wheels finally. On the way back home, I'm going to swing by the powder coaters to get them done in white. I haven't actually rung them yet, as it's sort of been over the weekend thing and they've been closed, but hopefully they've got the capacity to take them in. Doesn't matter when they do them, but just as long as they get them done. So unfortunately I didn't take the GoPro in to film the pickup of the wheels, but it went very smoothly. The guy was great, an ex-Marine. Brought them out of the workshop and realised that one set is Evo course and one set is Blindo. I was a little bit disappointed at the time, but I quickly got over it, as they are very similar wheels and they hardly look any different at all. I was really happy with the condition, just needing a powder coat. Picked them up, gave him the money, and off we went to the tyre place. At this point, rolling them into the tyre shop, I didn't quite realise what was going inside these wheels, and we were about to find out it was going to take much longer than we thought. Drove them over to the powder coaters. They don't take tyres off. That's absolutely fine. I completely understand that. Thankfully, next door they've got a tyre place, which you just saw. Took them in there. He was taking the tyres off. Went and spoke to the powder coaters. Really lovely people, all really helpful. Unfortunately, the guy from the tyre place came over, brought me back in, and hopefully only two of them, the Blindos, but maybe all of them, have these plastic inserts, these run flat inserts from the military that are bolted around the wheel, and you literally can only just get to them to unbolt them, and you can not get the tyre off without unbolting them, so it's a nightmare. At this point you can probably tell I was a little bit down on my decision and regretting maybe making it in the first place, but I shouldn't have been. About a month later, Wings Powder Coating got on to coating them, and they sent me some footage of the process, which is very nice of them. Do check them out in the description below. With the powder coating process included into the price, you are actually getting near, but not too close to the price of a set of new wheels. The thing is, I needed them to be white, I wanted them to be white, so buying new wheels and having them powder coated would have just broken the bank, so I went second hand, had them powder coated, and they do look like new. I spoke to Will when I dropped them off, and he is an absolute perfectionist. He spends too much time than he needs to on the wheels, about 10 hours for a set of wheels, stripping them down, cleaning up the metal to make sure it looks brand new, and then coating them, and just sort of doing it to a hugely high level of perfectionism. And I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I have experienced a few levels of powder coating, and his is definitely the best. I paid full price for them, but just want to get them out there, as they did give me the footage and have been really great throughout the process. Right then, so it is quite a while since I last saw you. That was end of June, and it is now beginning of August. They started on the 8th of July and had a little bit of a big project came in halfway through, and thankfully I wasn't in a rush and had a lot of work. So it's been over a month, and finally just picked up Boris. I'm going to go over there and pick up the wheels, which is nice. I've seen a photo of them and they do look good. I have to say, coming back to this industrial estate after a month away, I did feel a little bit apprehensive, but also I think it was just nerves. Headed over to Wing, and I just couldn't wait to see them and pick them up. As soon as I saw them, I knew they were absolutely brilliant. All of those nerves went away and the excitement came in to get them onto the truck. And that's where the next mission starts. Getting them down into the back of the truck, picking up the old tyres, and the mission of getting them all transferred over and back onto the truck will start. There you go, all the wheels in, ready to be mounted up now. Just need to go and get the tyres that came with these, and they're going to go on Boris's old wheel. So I need to go and sort this out a little bit. It's sort of not really going to work like this. I'm going to put a ground sheet down, and then we can carry everything back, which is going to be dirty. Right then, so there you go. I've got the back all set up now. Couldn't find a tarpaulin, so I've got a King's awning side. I was going to make it into a windbreak anyway, so that's fine. Got two of the wheels up there, and let's have a look in the front, and we've got two in the front as well. Just there, which is nice. All loaded up, ready to go.
And unfortunately the place that did my tyres last time did faff around a bit because they had those horrible military inserts in. They don't want to touch these wheels because they are brand new and freshly powder coated. It's going to go and have to find somewhere else to go and do them, and hope that someone will take me. Lots of Defender action going on in the Churchstowe Industrial Estate. Just seen a couple as well. There's one over there. Obviously there's a Land Rover garage here. As you can see, loaded up the tyres in the back there, and they're going to go on Boris's wheels later on, and then will be for sale. And I'm going to try and find a BF Goodrich to sort of add to that, so there's 5 so they can sell nicely. Hi there, have you got any time today to mount up and take off about 8 wheels and tyres? No? Cool. Bye. Hi, yeah, I just wondering if you had any time today. Are you? Yeah, okay, no worries. Hi there, I don't suppose you got it. That's all good, no worries, thank you very much. Cheers now. Bye. Hi there, I was just wondering if you had any time today. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Is that okay? Yeah. Right, so 5th time lucky. We're going over to Ivy Bridge. Hopefully they can mount it up. Right, here we go. Moments from hopefully getting them mounted up. The thing is now I've got quite a lot of instructions, like these need to go on there, those need to come off there, they need to be spun around, and then those need to be sided on each side of the car. So hopefully they are slightly accommodating and let me sort of come in. I don't need to do much, just need to sort of instruct where things are going. As you can see, they've got these military run flat rings, and I was talking about earlier in the film. They're an absolute nightmare before, and they're not very easy now. They're covered in grease as well, which is horrible.
Thankfully, I found the absolute perfect place in North Devon Tyres. They let me come in. They really were obviously safe, but also let me do bits like taking these wheel nuts out from Brookwell's. Just got cracking, and also were not fazed at all by the new powder coated wheels, and were very friendly and let me sort of show them which ones need to go where, and were very friendly and let me help out as much as I wanted, which was great.
What pressure do you want?
40? Yeah, let's do 40, yeah.
So at first the wheels wouldn't go on, which is a bit daunting. They were catching on something, and it turned out to be the powder coat being a little bit too thick inside the centre bore and wouldn't press onto the wheel. So they just removed a bit of the powder coat from the inside. Obviously these are alloys, so it won't rust, and then they slipped on really lovely and smoothly. Did that for all 4 of them.
Doesn't even fit over the bolts, that one.
Oh, really? I'm quite happy with them so far. They look alright actually.
Yeah, look.
I have to say, if you're in the area, this is called North Devon Tyres. Obviously it's in South Devon where I am, different name obviously, but definitely have to give them a shout out because they've been really accommodating, let me come in, do some of the work myself, get it out, and obviously I've got really complicated requests, so not doing it for free, not sponsored obviously, but yeah, just really accommodating. After 5 different people were busy and wouldn't do it, a bit of a mix of that. Really accommodating, loads of time, and very friendly as well. Wow, it looks absolutely brilliant, and I'm quite happy to have the wheels on either side matching, which is really good because from a distance you just wouldn't know, and when you look at it from each side you wouldn't know either. These guys are absolutely brilliant. They spent quite a while doing the track. He's had to grind away the powder coat on the inside, a little bit on the wheels just to make sure that they go on properly, but yeah, as he was driving off it looks absolutely fantastic. And right then, super happy with them so far. Just had them all mounted up. You saw them driving away and turning up there. Looked absolutely brilliant. I was a bit sceptical if I would really like them or not. Finally, when I actually get them on after all that work and the work that they've done at the garage as well, but I really do like the look of them. Unfortunately, at like full lock or just before full lock, they are scraping a little bit, which I expected, as they are 25mm offset difference inwards. Compared to the last ones, they were ET0, these are ET25, which means they are an inch inwards. So there you go, that's where the military rings went. Looked up and they're just not worth anything, no one wants any, so just take this to a scrapyard. It's going to get crushed and sold, so goodbye. The old wheels all stacked up there, ready to be sold. PF Goodrich muds on them, 285s, gigantic. And then you've got the 265 at the bottom. I'm going to try and sell them like this, let them know that you can't drive it like this, and if they can get hold of a 285 then good. And in the meantime I'm going to try and find one as well, but they are looking like that for now. So here you can see I've put some axle stands underneath, so now the wheels are free to move. And I'm going to adjust the steering stops on the bolts there. Probably can see just there where it's been rubbing. Push the wheel over, you can see that. Let's try and spin it. So that's rubbing there. It's only sort of an 25mm offset difference. And I looked at the locking, and rather than putting spacers on, I thought I'd just wind these out a bit, and these work for the opposite wheel, so you adjust this one and that would adjust the other side, and that will stop it from hitting, as that will hit there first. Really didn't need much at all, so I think it should be fine like that. I'll see what it's like, the turning circle, but I'd rather not use spacers, and I think that's fine. Look how nice and white that is. Lovely. So I've done the best I can do for now. I've given the scrub with muck off and degreaser and soap and white spirit on the whites, and I do definitely think they're better. I think being on the inside for so many years and so many thousand miles, probably 20,000 miles, even though they look brand new, they just will not be that clean. So what I'm going to do soon is put some sort of tyre silk on there, and it will look very good in the future.
So first off, there's a little before and then an after shot, and that really did make a difference, that silk. And finally I managed to get out and get some really nice final shots of them. The whole process was a bit of a mission. Obviously they are different on both sides, but I think Boris is a vehicle full of character, and I'm going to pass it off as character anyway. They mismatch and it's absolutely fine. I love the way they look. I've had a few opinions already. People do like them as well, which is always nice to know, and they are super strong off a military defender. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you next time.